Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at this right here. Yes, this is the Betopper. I have the box right here. I'm not going to open it because it's right there on the stand. Betopper CLB 260 compact beam, full power compact beam. This thing is pretty sweet. I'm going to show you what's in the box, guys. In the box you have your instruction manual. We're going to set that to the side for now. We have our PowerCon cable. We have one bracket, and we have one safety cable. Now, what is this thing? This is a moving head. Have we seen moving heads before? Of course, we like moving heads. This is also called the 9R 260. The 9R 260. It has an Osram bulb, a 251 Osram bulb. It's a discharge lamp, so it's not LED. It is a bright bulb. This thing only weighs about 13 pounds, which is great. Yeah, it's very light, easy two-hander. All right, fits nicely on a regular totem, piece of cake. You have a full 270, and you have your 540 pan. This thing is pretty cool. Your instruction manual is very well laid out. It lets you know everything. So it pulls 320 watts total. The bulb is 251 watts, as I said. Color temperature is almost 8,000 K. And you have full dimming, and the dimming is a shutter, so you can almost see it kind of clamping down, because once this thing is lit, it's going to stay lit. And even when you turn it off, one of the minor downsides to having the bulb, you're getting the super brightness, but you do have to let it cool off before you actually shut the unit down. Now, the unit does not have an actual power switch on it, so pretty much once you plug it in, it starts warming up. So the fan noise, it has a little fan noise. It does have master and auto. It has auto programs, and it has a sound active, and it has a manual, so if you want to set it and kind of forget it. But this is a beam, and it's a pretty tight beam. You have an 8-facet prism, 13 gobos, and 11 colors, plus a rainbow effect which goes through. It also has a frost filter. You cannot focus this, it is fixed focus. We're gonna take a quick look at everything real close. I'll show you the menu, I'll show you the back, and we'll crank it on. We'll go through the auto program real quick. We'll go through the sound active real quick, and then we'll show you the 12-channel DMX capabilities. And I've already put that into my Chauvet Show Express. Put some haze in the room, we'll check it out. This thing is currently priced out at under 350 bucks. It's like 13 pounds, and it is powerful as can be. So if you guys are looking for beams, you get to use haze, you might want to check these out. So let's check everything out right now. And once we plug it in, you'll see it's starting to do its own thing. To access the menu, all you have to do is simply use the back arrow, get into the menu. Then you have your run modes, manual control setting, display. I don't know if I can brighten that up or not. Screensaver reverse. Nope, I don't want to mess with the language. Information, reset, factory settings. So, run mode. We're going to go into auto. You're going to hear the fan cranking up a bit, and you're going to start to see the light is charging up. And the bulb takes a minute to warm up, but once you put it in, you're going to start to see this thing brighten up. And it's just starting to get the bulb going now, but you can see how fast this thing is right off the bat. And the bulb brightness takes a few minutes to warm up because it is a discharge lamp, like I said. So this thing is hitting the floor. This is just an auto program. There's no haze in the room. And it is a beam, so it is tight. You can see it's lighting up the whole room when it hits the ceiling or floor or anything else. But this is just auto. You can see the patterns. And we're gonna go ahead and, it's bright. We're gonna go ahead and switch some things up real quick. Let's see, I don't know if it has another auto program or not. This is sound active. You can hear me hitting this. That is about 30 feet from the light fixture. And looking at this light and knowing how bright it is, I have not put haze in the room, but walking around, and I've got some sheets laid out on the ground and stuff because they're black and I've been walking over them. But this is dust particles in the air. Apparently. So I need a vacuum, but that's how bright that is. And now you're gonna see that actual beam with some haze. You can actually see it forming into the dust. So, all right, here we go. Let's show you a little bit about this light and what we got going on. So this is plain up white, as you can see. We go right through the color spectrum. You have some beautiful colors, great coloring. You also have these nice different temperatures of white, which is very cool. And then you start to get some split colors, which I didn't even notice yesterday. So yeah, you can see the split colors. Very nice. We'll roll through some more. You can see as I rotate the color wheel, slowly at one click at a time, the cool effects you're getting, until we get up into what they call the rainbow section, with the different shades of white. And now we got the rainbow going, and I'm going to go ahead and slow that down as much as I can. You're going to see how nice and slowly it rolls in, and what a cool effect that is within itself. Very cool. I'm gonna go ahead and change the gobo. You'll notice the beam getting tighter because the gobo is actually really small. Sweetness all the way down. And the fan, you do have some fan noise, but with some music and whatnot going into place, not gonna be a big deal. But this thing, it's got a great footprint. It's fast. And look at that little tight beam. And there is heat. There's definitely heat coming off of this thing. You got some dots, a squiggly, funny looking star, some weird shapes. Then you have all those. Then you do have shake, gobo shake. For all of them, of course. And then you'll have a rotate. You have a right and a left gobo rotate. And now I'm going to switch the prism on. And this is the prism and the prism rotate. Prism rotates only one direction. So I'm going to keep the rotate off, and I'm going to get rid of that as well. So you can just see something you would want to use like this with the prism. This is kind of what the prism would look like right there. And that is super bright. The camera is not lying at all, I do not believe, at this point. So I will give you a little bit of this angle here. Whew. I'll go through a couple of the other gobos. You can see we got a smaller and smaller beams, and the smallest, which gives you super cool beam look. All right, and with this, I do want to rotate that for it because that'll be really cool to rotate the prism with something like that. So I got a medium rotation right there. And again, this is a 251 watt discharge lamp. So if you're looking for beams, whew, it's a sweet unit, inexpensive, and does a lot. All right, let's give you some other gobos. Here's some X's. So from this angle, you know, you're not gonna see a whole lot of difference. Oh, that's gonna give you a whole lot of beams. That's pretty sweet. More beams, yeah. So all these, the patterns on the walls, I obviously looking through here, you're not seeing it this way. So I will show it to you on the other side. But these give you all those really nice beam effects. And so with this, I'm gonna roll through the color wheel just for fun for myself here. See what we can do. Yeah, you can get some good combinations of colors if you want. Like that is sweet to me. All right. You put the smallest beams on the shake effect, and this is what you get. I'm going to turn the shakes off, just give you an idea of what these are. This is just 2 colors I picked by rotating the color wheel, and this is just one of the options. But so these are what you got. Pretty cool. And then you can rotate them like that. I'm going to slow that down. You see we got them all. Change the color up again. Try some other colors. All right, what else I want to show you? Frost filter. All right, we're gonna go right down to the end here. I'm gonna give you a color that's not as blinding to the camera. You have variable strobe speeds. And then you have a random strobe, which is up here. Kind of just pulses and does its own thing. Kind of cool. Then you have a frost filter, and this is your frost filter. The frost filter you can see from here is it's more defined than it actually looks. It looks like it's got a defined circle up there, but that's the camera. So when I zoom in, that's pretty much more what you get. See how soft it is on the edges? That's what I'm seeing, all right? So that's pretty cool. Fade on up. Pretty smooth, pretty smooth, pretty smooth, pretty smooth. And again, very bright, going through the color changes. All right, little program starting with a nice big frost filter. Nice big frost filter, fading out nicely. Pop it into a gobo with the prism. Tilt it on up. Some slower movement. To some faster movement. Gobo shake. To a nice tight beam. I go into some strobe. Fast movement, gobos, some colors, up, down, left, right, very fast. We'll slow it on down and bring back that nice big frost filter. Nice slow tilt up, nice slow tilt down and around. So you see you get a nice slow movement across your space.
If this is your desired effect, and this is all done using DMX, I'm using Chauvet Show Express, and I just kind of whip this together in the last 10 minutes, just to give you an idea of the movements, fast and slow. Back to our starting position.
Well, what do you think of that? This is the Betopper 9R 260 watt Osram engine beam moving headlight. Yes, I'm looking at it on the screen over there. $329 on Betopper. 540, 270. Very fast, very cool, very light, only about 13 pounds. If you're looking for a beam effect, that's affordable and super bright. At $329, super good deal. My only feedback would be that the sound active, the mic didn't work very well. I didn't think you could really lower it that well. So the sound active was pretty effective without a whole lot of noise. And other than that, auto program, you had one, and unless you're hanging it, it's okay. What you have to be very thoughtful and mindful about is that it is a discharge lamp. So when you turn it off, you want to turn the lamp off in DMX for about 10 minutes to let it cool before you actually unplug the unit. There is no power switch on the unit. It is what it is, but you just let it cool down first. You'll hear the fan actually kick down. It'll slowly go zzz, and it'll come down as it's cooling off. And there is a replacement cost. So the bulb should last for about 1,500 hours. And at that point, you're getting a couple hundred gigs out of them at only $329 a piece before you have to change that bulb. And that bulb, I believe, cost about $150. It might be 100 to 150, somewhere in there. I'm not 100% sure on the replacement cost, because you got to be honest with you, I don't know that I've ever replaced the bulb, because if I'm working once or twice a weekend to get to 150, 200 jobs, it's going to take me like 3-4 years. So 3-4 years, if I'm bringing them out every single time, I'm probably going to be replacing the head anyway. But there's something to think about. They're very cool. I hope you liked them. My name's Chris. Check out the link below to Betopper. And hey man, hopefully we'll see you guys out there DJing and using some cool lights. And if you have feedback, please leave it down below. Love to hear it. Thanks a lot. Take it easy.